Today's challenge is to correct the alignment on the rangefinder of my Leica M240 What I have noticed is when focusing on infinity, particularly on the 50mm Simulux, I noticed that the images right in the distance at infinity don't line up. They're slightly off in the rangefinder. Now I've noticed that also with the 90mm f2 Simulchron. I haven't noticed it so much with the 35mm Simulux 1.4, but particularly with the 50mm and the 90mm. So on infinity it's not really that critical, but what happens is that when I'm focusing on subjects that are closer, particularly on the 50 and also on the 90, then I'm missing the focus slightly. What I think is in alignment using the rangefinder is actually slightly out of focus. Now what I found was that if the rangefinder put me on a focus of say 2 meters, then I had to turn the focus ring just slightly closer, so as it was say 1.9 meters or thereabouts, to get the accurate focus. And that's all to do with the misalignment of the rangefinder. So there are two adjustments that can be done. One adjustment is that little lever in there, and the other adjustment is when you take that cover off, then there's an adjustment in there as well. Now that's harder to do, and you need a special tool for that. This one is much easier to do, and that's with a 2mm Allen key. I'm going to attempt to do that surgery, and from my experimenting, this one is adjusting the horizontal image in the rangefinder. So imagine two squares like this, bringing the two squares together horizontally. That's what that lever does. And when the two images come together like that, that's when you've got it in focus. Let's attempt the surgery. The one here, you need a 2mm Allen key, which I have here, and then that should go in there. And the position right now, if I'm looking from the top, would be about 1 o'clock in a clock face. So whether I need to turn it clockwise or anti-clockwise to bring up the alignment better, I don't know at this stage. So what I can do is try to do it slightly anti-clockwise. Okay, there was a bit of movement there, and now I'll put the lens back on and we'll have another look to see whether that alignment actually has changed anything. So that was going anti-clockwise slightly. Didn't have to do much, there wasn't much resistance using this. Let's test it out and see what happens. Okay, just tested it out and that made it worse. So that means I need to go in a clockwise direction to make my adjustment. So I was at about 1 o'clock. I went anti-clockwise, so I actually need to go clockwise. Alright, so I've turned it a little bit. And put the lens back on and we'll try it out again and let's see. Well, it's nice when a project goes well. It seems to have fixed it. And the only other thing to notice is when you are trying to adjust this lever here with the 2mm Allen key, is that this does actually push down. You can see the movement there. It's going to rotate around this point here, so the whole lever is going to move down. So to prevent the lever from moving down, you just have to hold it in position. Don't let your fingers go back down, so that you can actually rotate in a clockwise direction. So that's what I did. and that's actually brought the alignment of the rangefinder to where it needs to be for infinity. So I did buy the camera used, and it is now probably about 8 years old. So whether that's been out of alignment for all that time, I'm not entirely sure, but when I did notice it, which was probably about a few weeks ago, I thought, well, how can it be fixed? I've tried out all the lenses. So the 21mm, the 35, and the 50, and the 90, and I'm nailing the focus, and you'll see the photographs here. And we'll see you on the next video. If you like this video, or comments, love your comments if you try to do this yourself and whether you've had success or failure. And subscribe, like, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.